That's right. That's right. We made it through another week. The Hornets are in 9th place in the East. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to another one. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome to another Sunday Night Live on 58 South TV. That's right. It's your two favorite baldhead brothers. It's 58 South and the co-host, the sports diplomat, Mr. Mashawn Roberson. What's going on, sir?
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Man, I'd be lying if I said I was doing fantastic, but I'm doing good. I thought I could go renew my license at the DMV kiosk at the Harris Teeter around here, but it would not let me do it.
You're going to have to do that. I got to do that, too. You're going to probably have to go online and do it, man.
No, I'm going to have to go in person in the DMV. I tried the online
For
first.
real?
Yep.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like a limit.
Check too.
Yeah, double check because it's a limit. I found out it's a limit on how many times you can renew online and not have to go to the DMV. And apparently, I have reached my limit.
Oh, okay. Because I should be able to, because I've never done it online. I always went up in there. But
Yeah, go ahead and get that done then. You good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good money, man. Where would you like to start, sir? No, first, no. Wait. Forget all that. How was your week?
Oh, it was good, man. You know, I mean, work was fine, you know what I'm saying? You had your challenges there, here and there, but you know, everything was good there. The sports week had a lot of things you can kind of look at. The good games were going on that were good this week, so I enjoyed that. So yeah, can't complain at all about it, man. Plus, I'm still here.
I know that's real. Excuse me. All right, let's get this thing jumping in.
Let the bloody show begin.
All right.
Mr. Roberson, there is a Rocky Apollo Creed type fight coming up in September. It's the Geritol Brawl for it all, the Hall of Famers Classic, the Rogaine Rumble, Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather 7 years after the first fight that everybody thought happened too late. Me and Juice have spoke about it on our show last week. Are you interested in the fight at all?
Man, it's like some rock'em sock'em robots, man. I only thing I can say about it that I am glad for. I'm glad it's not a MMA fight or something. At least it is a boxing match. They got some skills going on. Both of them are legendary fighters, but no, I'm not really interested in seeing them fighting. But I will say at least they're fighting each other. I don't think it's going to be a huge mismatch like it would be if either of them were fighting, you know, some young guns coming up in there that you know, got the reflexes and the speed and all of that stuff. So it might be good because they're fighting each other. But, you know, man, I don't know. It's very underwhelming. That's how I'm going to put it.
I can see that. I can see why people would say that. I really do. The thing about them not fighting the young guns, the same Mario Barrios that just lost to Ryan Garcia, that's who Manny Pacquiao fought last. Floyd Mayweather, I can't even remember who he fought last. Had to be an exhibition. Well, I mean, his tune-up fight is going to be against Mike Tyson before he fights Manny Pacquiao.
I mean, what kind of tune-up is that? He might have. I mean, come on, man. You know, what kind of condition is Floyd in, man? I mean, he obviously got a lot of things going on. Him to need to do this. Both of these fights just seem to be real. I mean, just being honest, man, it seemed like a money grab in both fronts, man. I mean, I'm not real interested, but there you go.
Do you reserve the right to believe that maybe, just maybe, they haven't scratched that itch that they used to have when they were the main event and the main attraction, like sitting out for so long that it just get like when your identity is wrapped up into something from the time you're able to walk and talk, you're trained to be this. And then you're out of that spotlight. Now you got to figure out who you are now and what it is that you're going to do. Maybe that's what's bringing them back to the ring, or no?
I mean, I can see that. Absolutely, man, because both of these guys were at the top of their sports, man, and they are both thinking about the build up all those years ago when everybody was just wanting and really wanting to see them two fight. I think I saw an interview Andre Ward not an interview, but like a snippet of Andre Ward's podcast, and he was saying that that's probably a big part of it. These guys are feeling that itch. They don't know how to do anything else. They want to really, they're probably missing the excitement of the ring, the adrenaline of it, and all of that. I can get that, man, but this is not something that you could do forever. The boxing I mean, I don't know, but that I think that's part of it, but I certainly don't think that's the main thing driving it on both sides.
Okay.
I think that's a part of it, but I think a financial reason is part of it. Fans have proven that they'll watch anything combat. They'll watch anything. I mean, MMA fight, they're watching Jake Paul fight whoever, man, fake fighters fighting people, getting millions of dollars. So, they gonna get their payday from this. So, hey, why not?
Do you still think it's going to be that same crowd who just wants to see Mayweather lose that are going to tune in to the fight?
Some of that, yeah, I do see that. Yeah, a lot of people gonna want to see him have diminished skills. They want to see him lose because all that bravado he had over all the years and the money Mayweather. People want to clown him over that because everybody just think he's doing it for financial reasons, so they want to see him go down. But then he got a lot of fans too. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna tune in wanting to see him win too. Just wanting to see if he still got all that good defense and all that quickness he used to have. People still want to see if he has that too. It's gonna be a mixed bag. At any rate, it's gonna be a lot of people saying they're gonna watch it. A lot of people that are gonna watch it. It's probably gonna be a lot of people that are gonna say they won't, but they will.
Yeah, the numbers are going to tell the real story,
Mm-hmm.
and I think unless a bigger fight is made for September 19th, that's going to be the only thing worth watching.
Right. And a lot of people watched Mike Tyson fight Jake Paul.
My point exactly. And people and it was some people, believe it or not, that thought Mike Tyson still had a puncher's chance in that Jake Paul fight. And I'm like, Mike Tyson's almost 60. I mean, I'm exaggerating here, but Mike Tyson is almost 60.
He is almost 60.
But almost 60. You're doing your edibles. He's not in the same, fighting shape. Like I was saying, Mike Tyson smoked weed every day. Wasn't in any type of fighting shape. Had a bandage around his leg. Looked like somebody uncle that they was just like, yo, Unc, we need a fifth person to play ball, man. Go put your shorts on. You ain't got to do much. Just pass the ball, hit an open jump shot. We good to go. All right, nephew, I'll come out there and play. That's what Mike Tyson looked like in that ring. He was winded.
I thought he would beat Jake Paul, though, just because I just like Jake Paul he don't have no boxing skills, man. I just felt like he would beat him, and I still feel like it was just almost like he took a dive or something. But, I get your point, too.
Yeah, so September 19th, man, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to catch it. If somebody's having a fight party, I'm going to go check that out. If not, I'm going to catch it the next morning on old YouTube because I'm not, I'm not going to pay to watch the 48, the 45 and over fight. I'm not doing that. Yeah,
that's why I think I was talking to you about Deontay Wilder, man. He need to. Well, he is still fighting because hey, he's a draw too. If they can get a bunch of views with this, I'm sure he can get some with whoever he fighting.
I don't know if it'll be the same draw, but I mean he can collect something.
Mm-hmm.
He can collect something. Him and Anthony Joshua still might be a decent fight worth watching in like a year. Give Anthony Joshua some time to get over the the loss of his friends and things of that nature. So give that a year, and if Wilder's still mentally good and in boxing shape, I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'd check it out too. If since we talking about them two fighting, though, I think Anthony Joshua would dominate that fight, though.
Now, before I saw Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua, I might agree with you. But no, you lost to the Mexican nightclub bouncer. So I don't put anything past anybody. Nah, homie. You lost to, who was that? Is it Belrog on Mike Tyson punch out that had the belly? Or anyway. Yeah, nah, homie.
But I saw Deontay Wilder fight a no-name guy about a month ago, man, and he beat him, but he still had his boxing skills were limited in that fight too, man. Although he still looked pretty robotic out there, man. You know, so I think Joshua will still get the best of him.
All right. Off of boxing, what's that? The Celtics and the Sixers you got in the background?
It's kind of like highlights of all the games, but right now they're showing the Magic and the Pistons.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Where we gonna go with it? So the combine was this week.
Mm-hmm.
Anything stick out to you, or that you've read or seen as far as the guys at the combine?
Well, not really, man. I don't really check the combine out anymore, man. I just kind of lost interest because the fact that so many guys kind of shoot up in the underwear Olympics, so to speak, and you know, and I don't really. Yeah, I don't really have anybody that stuck out to me. I didn't hear about anybody although I did read that a lot of this is the fastest DB classes to come out. I did read that. It said they had a lot of DBs that ran like 4.4 or under this year. So, hey, that'll bode well for those guys getting picked. But outside of that, nah, I ain't really seen too nothing outstanding.
So let me pose this question to you now. You're coach/general manager, right? So when you're going into the off season, are you protecting the positions that you know are locked in, like by getting some insurance, meaning you're just trying to get some quality backups for those guys, meaning like your quarterback, your running back, or your wide receiver? That way you don't have a Bo Nix incident, you know what I mean? Or are you trying to just go ahead and fill in the holes on your team?
Well, for me, I would try to fill the holes on the team because, first of all, you're gonna probably have to pay, like if you're looking for some starters to fill holes, you're gonna have to pay them more than somebody that's gonna be a backup, or something like that. So I would look for guys to fill holes, like on my team, in particular the Bears. If I was picking for them, I would look for defensive help. I would try to get a defensive lineman, someone to go on the other side of Sweat, make Sweat kind of the secondary pass rusher, because that was an area of need for us. Now, you're talking about, let's say, like Caleb Williams, insurance having a good backup there for him. So in case he was to get hurt, you can still get a decent backup. You might be able to do both because you may not have to pay premium price for a backup player that's gonna come in and knows that he's gonna be there. Like say Malik Willis, right? He played well last year, but going into last year, he came to that team probably on a low cost or for a NFL player, because everybody considered him to be a bust or something, or not a bust, but just not a starter in the league, and or like a Jacoby Brissett kind of guy. He might be the highest paid backup that you'll have to pay for at a quarterback position. Malik Willis is going to get paid this year because of how he played. But I would try to get, like I said, a pass rusher or for us, some more safety help in the defensive backfield, because that was our problem area. The offense is good, so I wouldn't spend any money on there unless it was just kind of some leftover revenue that we could spend on maybe some depth pieces, but I wouldn't make that a prime area of interest in free agency or the draft.
Hey, what's going on? Phenomenal John, what's up? B Mac, appreciate y'all for joining. Hey, I'm
What's up
gonna
with Dr. John? All right.
pose a question to you guys since you just joined the comment section. As a general manager or a coach in the off season, would y'all prioritize backing up your key positions like your running back, wide receiver, quarterback, and getting some great backups, or would you just try to fill in the holes on either side of the ball? That's the question I'm posing to you guys before we move to something else. You had mentioned Malik Willis. I think it's going to be him and my man who backed up Brock Purdy in San Francisco. I think those are going to be
Matt Jones.
Thank you. I think those are going to be the two most sought after quarterback backups.
Probably so. Mac Jones played well for them. You got to think about what your system is like, though. You can't just plug and play. Because you see, when Mac Jones, they drafted him in New England. Of course, that was when Bill Belichick tried to make a defense coordinator be the offense coordinator. I don't know what he was thinking about that. So that might not even be Mac Jones' fault, but
This
he
week
didn't play well.
This week I'm on the floors. Next week I'll be on fries.
Man, what was that about, man? Matt Patricia ain't never called an offensive play in his life, and you gonna put him in charge of this man's career. So it might not even been his fault, but he didn't play well with them. Got with 49ers, obviously he did. So, but you got to think about the system that they're going to in terms of how well they're going to play for you.
Well, let me ask you this: we now know on March 11th, Kirk Cousins will be looking for a job. So that means with Penix being there and he's a walking injury, one of those two guys we just named, I'm thinking have to be the front runners to fill in at a low cost to be the starting quarterback over there.
But see, I agree, but there's more spots. Fill holes. My Ravens need to draft wide receiver and the rest. Yeah. See, I agree with them because that you filling holes, man. The Ravens do need that. They need defensive help and all of those things. But to what you just said, it's more spots that need quarterbacks than available quarterbacks. So, is Malik Willis gonna go to what team you said, Atlanta?
Yeah.
Or he might go to Miami. They about to get off a tour. Or will he go to Minnesota? Does they want somebody to challenge J.J. McCarthy? They ain't all the way sold on him. So just things like that. It's a lot of teams. Everybody can't get them. So speaking about Atlanta, I mean, I don't know. Penix is very much often injured. When he played okay. I'm not gonna say he was bad, but he didn't light the world on fire when he was playing. So they might bring somebody in and challenge him. I just don't know who that would be because again, there's not a lot. There's more holes that need to be filled at quarterback than available quarterbacks.
Then you got Kyler Murray out there. They're probably gonna try to get off of him in Arizona.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray got a huge ego, bro. He ain't gonna come up in there and his ego is bigger than his skill set. He think he good, he ain't that good. He'll come up in there. He ain't gonna challenge nobody, in my opinion, man. He go to a team that's even got a decent quarterback. He too little, I mean, I was watching something where somebody was saying, well, I think they were talking about him. They said he's too small to really have an impact, even though he has a lot of skills that are better than Jacoby Brissett or something. They said he can run faster. His arm is stronger, but he can't see over the line. So that's why Marvin Harrison ain't balling. That's why he doesn't really compete anything he doesn't really complete anything in the middle of the field because he can't see over the lineman. So I don't see much about him being a different maker.
Well, you know who my quarterback is, so I can't really join in on that critique.
He's taller than Kyler Murray.
They probably the same size, man. What Kyler Murray like 5'8"? Bryce Young is 5'9".
He about 5'10", man. He taller than Kyler Murray.
Bryce Young is out there standing shoulder to shoulder with the refs. Bryce Young is like 5'9", man.
Well, and then it's the same thing, man. Tall or decently athletic guy is going to be better for y'all than Bryce Young is. As long as he has a decent completion percentage,
we will need a nice backup. I'm not sure, who's going to become available. It's probably maybe Phillip Rivers. I don't know. Joe Flacco. Vinny Testaverde is the same height. We can't go get him. Let's see who else.
It's maybe you draft somebody. Maybe they draft Todd Simpson.
No, not this year. Not this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna go defense heavy. If anything, far as that draft go, we got to get some pressure on that quarterback. So we need an edge rusher first, then a linebacker, just because injuries are part of the game. Shore that up, and then with all these DBs having great combines, that means it's gonna be a real good second round. Then should be a lot of DBs off the table in that second round.
Yeah, if your team needs that, they are plentiful. You can get them.
Yeah, or just snatch up a couple anyway, just to use them as trade pieces later on. I mean, we're ahead of schedule. We're ahead of schedule. That's all I know. We had mentioned Atlanta a little earlier. This is football related, but it's more off the field issue. I don't know what they got going on in Michigan. If you relate it to anything in Ann Arbor, it seemed like this is a fruit from a poisonous tree type situation.
I'm telling you, boy.
LaTroy Lewis, he was let go from the Falcons over some sexual assault allegations from a December 5th, 2024 incident while he was on the staff at Michigan. So I don't know if it's the same people. By same people, I mean like the same female is involved with this situation as with the Sharon Moore situation. I just know this is not a great time to be a Michigan Wolverine.
I know, and they said that Sharon Moore was informed about what was happening and didn't do anything about it, didn't report it to anyone, kind of like a Joe Paterno situation.
Took the words right out my mouth.
Well, he didn't really do anything once he was informed. So I don't know, man. Michigan gonna have to kind of look internal at the whole athletic department with things just coming up out of there. And that's why they hired the coach that they hired. I mean, because he apparently has a high moral standard. Apparently, that Kyle Whittingham guy. But yeah, I mean, it's something coming out of there every other week, man.
Crazy, man. You got to apply the ugly nanny or ugly housekeeper rule to the coaches. This is crazy.
Yeah.
this is crazy, man. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious sakes, brother. You work hard. You work hard to get in that position, and
you just fumble your bag like that, man. Listen, I don't know. Some cats don't think with the right head, man, and they get caught up in it.
Nah, no, I can't. I ain't gonna say that. That would sound terrible. I'm gonna just. What's in Michigan? You know what I mean? Michigan. This ain't in Miami. This ain't at the University of Miami. This ain't at Florida State. This ain't at Arizona. This is at Michigan.
You a high profile. It almost don't matter where you are. You a high profile individual. People know about you, and they know about your the access you have, the your financial status and all of that. I mean, folks are going to try to, get in where they can fit in, I would say. So you as that individual, I mean, have to protect yourself, I would say. And I mean, I'm sure I'm sure it could be difficult, man. I'm sure. But some of these things, and you see it happened to the guy. You remember that guy from Michigan State? The coach from there got caught up in the same way. The guy, what was his name? I can't think of it right now, but Michigan State head coach, the other brother. It'll come to me at some point, but yeah, he got caught up in the same thing. So yeah, it seems to be a Michigan thing, bro.
Hope everything gets resolved to the best, of its abilities.
The Michigan State guy lost $100 million bag, man.
Harbaugh was the smartest one out of all of them. He was like, I already see what's coming. I'm only gonna be here for the year. Just give me 1 year and some money that you don't mind losing. I get you this championship and I'm out.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong about this, but these guys aren't gonna get another chance to even coach a lower level team again.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
I hope I'm wrong too, but we'll see. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Everybody loves a good redemption story. That's all I'm saying. Everybody loves a good redemption story. I doubt they get to coach in a Power 5 division or excuse me, conference, or for a notable school. Like, there probably
typically all of them have to go to like a group of 5 school at first and win there, and then they'll get another chance in a major conference.
Oh, these dudes? No, they D3. Nah, we looking at D3 coaches.
Well, and that might be the best shot. Maybe they need to look at our schools. They need to come to see if they can get on with HBCU and have some success there.
In this case, no. Stay away from us right now. Stay away. Go get clean. Then
Well, they gotta
then
wait a
try to
couple
come over
years.
here. Yeah, nah, we ain't just homeboy. Nah, They not gonna
No.
let you. They're not gonna let you, man. They're not gonna let you. Nah, they're not gonna let you. This would be the equivalent to Shannon Sharp trying to coach at HBCU after that situation he had. It'll be the same situation. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yeah.
they're not gonna let you do that. Not y'all. They ain't gonna let y'all do that.
I mean, but I'm just those schools like getting back to that level that they were, man. That's gonna be a monumental task for those brothers. I just, I feel that way, but hey, I mean, maybe it'll be different. I mean, look at Bobby Petrino. They let him come up in there, and a couple of times he come back, he back up in there.
Bobby Petrino and Sharon Moore ain't really the
And you
same.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of it's a little bit it's a difference between those two.
Right on. Right on.
And then, I mean, if you go back, that kind of situation, even with some of the high profile coaches, I can name a couple that they never recovered from a situation like this. Alabama had one years ago. His name Mike Price. He had this same kind of thing, and he didn't even coach a game for Alabama, and he never coached again. George O'Leary, he had something happen at Georgia Tech, and well, it was him. He lied on his resume about education and stuff like that. And think he coached another team after that, but never a major team again. So, I mean, this it's gonna take some doing for them to get back in there.
Yeah, well, go get your mind right first, fellas, then worry about football. You gotta get your mind right
Mm-hmm.
first, man. Learn to keep your hand to yourself, get your mind right, then, work from there. Work from there. See, there were a couple NCAA upsets. What were they? The Alabama Tennessee game.
Alabama beat Tennessee.
The only reason I would say it was an upset because Tennessee was winning and they were at home. But Alabama's ranked 17th, Tennessee's ranked 22nd. So it's not really an upset, but the current SEC is the old ACC as far as how many teams are genuinely that good in the conference to where every night you're running up against a ranked team. That's what I've noticed. I enjoy watching these games. I actually have your man from Alabama as the guy I'm picking, and our new segment for later on, the MVP and the MOP, the most viral player and the most outrageous player or most outrageous play. We're going to introduce that to y'all at the end of the show. Other than that, it's getting ready to be conference championship week. That starts Tuesday for the ACC. This week right here is the end of the games. So that means that Saturday, March 7th, Duke, Carolina, the final showdown. It's going to be ugly.
Well, I think Duke was going to win that game, but I got mixed thoughts about Carolina, man, because they played.
Do tell.
They played well against Virginia Tech. I mean, Virginia Tech is not a great team, and it was a close game, but their guard play was better in that game.
Was the guard play better, or was the team they were playing just weak?
That's why I have mixed feelings about it, because you're right. The team was not a world beater type team, and they still was in the game, but I don't know. I'm just looking at Carolina. I mean, their record speaks like they're a good team. I mean, they got 22 or 23 wins now. Your boys should be back. Isn't he coming? Isn't he going to be back this week? Like, shouldn't he be able to play in the Duke game?
That's what they're saying. But if I was him or his parents, man, what you risking it for?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
If you still want to play this season, and we do know you're going to have a shot at going to the NCAA tournament. That we know already. You'll probably be like a 6 or a 7 seed, maybe a 5, depending on how some other conference championships work out. Do you really want to risk it for one game? That's all I'm saying. Because they're going to be physical. And in basketball, your hand is a part of the ball.
Yeah, they're going to come. They're going to be chopping at it.
So if I'm the coach on the other side, hey, look, you got 5 fouls to use. You got 5 fouls to use. Go for the ball every time he puts it in his right hand. I don't care. Do it. Make him timid. Make him timid. That's what you do.
He shouldn't rush back, man, because you're right. It is just one game. They've played okay with him being out. They haven't going on a losing streak or anything. So
they're 3-1. They're 3-1 without him.
Yeah. They playing well without him, so he should let him go on and finish the season. I'll come back in the ACC tournament, and go from there. I think that's what he should do too.
So what I was looking to see was, is the team going to finally get the message that we have to learn to play without him? That way, when he does come back, we'll have a stronger team. And
You don't see that?
I'm glad they've decided to play to their strengths more often. By what I mean is, Vassar is one of the best players on your team. Make sure the offense runs through him every time down court. They do that.
Yeah,
But
they've
then,
been doing it.
yeah, but then you still got guards making bonehead plays. And that's the part that I'm like, man, the season's almost over. We can't keep saying maybe they'll get it right. This is it.
Well, yes, I think that's just a part of who they are.
Right.
They had, but a couple of games, man, they have had some good, decent guard play. Trimble has been playing well. Other guards haven't been really, making a whole lot of bonehead plays. Still some. So sometimes it only take but one to make you lose a game. But no, I think they are gaining some good experience without him. So it might help them in the long run when he come back.
Their problem is they're terrible away from Chapel Hill. That's
Mhm.
point blank, period. All it takes is anything that resembles a hostile crowd, they get rattled. And this was with Caleb Wilson on the floor. Now they lost at SMU by like 13 points, I do believe. And he was on the floor. He was healthy, he was fine. If they can block out the noise and figure out exactly who they are just for a 5 to 6 game stretch, you ain't gotta, all you gotta do is keep it together for a nice run. And then they'll be straight. But, I'm going to tell you, like I told Juice, man, if they make it out of the first weekend in the NCAAs, I will gladly admit that I was wrong about this team, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't either, man, because they're gonna have like they're gonna be, like you said, a 5-6 seed where you're not gonna get you're gonna get a tough team in your first round matchup.
And that's where most of the upsets. We all know that's where most of the upsets
Where
on that
most of the
first
upsets
weekend are.
come. Yeah. If you were 5 versus 12, 6 versus 11, those teams could beat you. And they might end up playing the way the rankings look. They might end
Miami
up
of
playing
Ohio. They're going to play Miami of
They
Ohio.
might end up playing them. Because I was like, wow, they got Miami of Ohio. They 27-0. They just only ranked number 21. They might end up playing that team or a team like that got a good record, bro. And Carolina going to have to be serious in that game. But again, I don't want to say they're going to lose the first round game, though, because
no. First weekend. I was saying first weekend. I don't think they're going to get out the first weekend.
I don't want to say that they won't get out of it, because I think this adversity without their best player is still good, man. They still going to be used to having to step up. Vassar been playing better. The guards have they still got to do something, but I think there still is good experience for them to see if they can handle that pressure.
Well, this is my question to you and anybody who feels differently than I do about the Tar Heels, right? When the old Tar Heels show up and they can't guard that 3-point line, when the other team realizes if Caleb Wilson ain't playing, then all we got to do is key in on Vassar. The other guys, they're streaky. You know what I mean? Then what?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's plan B, right? Because I notice the guards, every time they get it, they look to push, but they do this. I don't know if somebody told them this is how you're supposed to run the fast break, but they'll get across half court, look to get to the top of the key, pick up their dribble.
Yeah, right where they can get pressed at.
Is somebody telling y'all to do this?
That's where Hubert Davis coaching gonna come into play at, man. He's got to adjust. I think that's where Juice gets frustrated in watching the team. He doesn't think Hubert's adjustments are good at all, and I could tend to agree with that, man. I'm not real sure if they stop them, can Hubert adjust?
Well,
I don't know.
You can have the greatest coaching strategy in the world, but you still need adequate pieces to pull off the strategy.
Yeah, but if they ain't trying to do nothing else, then I look at it like the coach ain't telling them to do nothing else. If they trying to do something else and they just doing it poorly, that's where the execution, like you talking about, comes into play. But have you seen when they can't push the ball? Have you seen them try different things?
I'm looking more at, so what's the basketball IQ level? Because a lot of this stuff a coach shouldn't have to tell you. Like, somebody have to tell you not to pick up your dribble.
Apparently so, man.
Like, some of this stuff is just, what?
I mean, you know,
Making
and
making
time out.
decisions after you've jumped up in the air to where you want to pass the ball. Come on, man. The coach got to tell you that.
Well,
Come on now. Come
i-
on. Oh, man.
I mean, it's the coach's job to put you in the best position to win. If
True.
you're seeing that they're doing that and making those kind of decisions, man, then you do have to try to switch it up and tell them this is the kind of strategy we want to do now, because you guys are clearly going to continue to pick up your dribble right here. So I don't even want to put y'all in a position to have to make that choice, right? That's what the coach supposed to do. And you know, I'm not sure if Hubert Davis can come up with a different game plan if his initial game plan doesn't really work.
Hey, man. Hubert, I look forward to next season, man. You got you a stellar 5-star point guard coming in. You got you a nice wing, man. I can't wait to see what you're able to do and how you're able to get people off your back. Cause this season, homie, nah, they're gonna want you gone after this season's over. Even though you've had 5 straight 20+ win seasons, they're gonna want you gone, man. I'm telling you now.
No, I think they won too much, man, for them to even have for those calls to really get loud, man. Especially if they have a win in the ACC tournament and in the NCAA, maybe they lose in the second round. They'll be mad about it, but you can't fire a coach that won 25 games, man.
I'm not
You know,
saying
or you can't I don't even know if he'll be on the hot seat for real.
nah.
But
Well, for one, they're gonna owe him $5 million, and they ain't trying to just pay you $5 million to sit at the house. So
mhm,
that ain't happening. I wasn't talking to the people who could actually do something about him. You know, I'm just talking about the Juice Jones of the world and and
mhm.
everybody else who is either give us a championship or you got to get on. You know what I mean? Those are the only two rules. Those are the only two rules as a Tar Heel fan: is give us a championship or find us another coach. If you remember, Roy Williams was the worst thing known to man after
Mhm.
when he didn't win championships. He won the one with what's my three with the Felton,
With Ray Felton, McCants, and
McCants
May.
and May. After he won that one, it's all right. Now you got to get us another one, or you got to get gone. Then he gives us one with Hansborough, Lawson, and Ellington. All right, cool. You got to get us another one, or you got to get out of here. That's just how it go, man. That's just how it go.
Yeah, but and how long has it been since Carolina won one? That was the last
That was it.
09.
That was it. Was it?
So I
No,
think it was 2009.
no. It had to be one since then. Mine was the Raymond Felton and them.
No, that was 05 when Ray Felton them won.
Was it 05?
Yeah, it was 05 when Ray Felton, McCants, and Sean May won.
Cause we went
I think
to Chapel Hill after they won both of them joints.
the last one it was 2009, and then I think they made a couple of title games, but they lost. Remember the one they lost to
Villanova.
Villanova
That one.
on
Oh,
the last?
that was pure movie stuff right there, homie.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
was
pure
they
movie
should have
stuff.
won. And then the one Hubert made when they kind of, I mean, they were in the game, but they kind of,
They went away from Baycott in the second half.
yeah,
They went away from Baycott. Caleb Love just started shooting from everywhere and missing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I ain't trying to say it was Caleb Love's fault, because if they would have dropped, then we'd be singing a different story. But they didn't, and you
They
went
did.
away from the big guy that got you there. So this a story we singing.
Yeah, but man, you made me think about something, man. You see some of those videos where Ray Felton and Rashad McCants
They
get at
going
each other, man.
hard, man, hard. I don't get it. It's like
Them dudes better not see each other. There's gonna be some furniture moving messing around with them.
it's Theo Pinson, Rashad McCants on one side. They'll make it the way they're saying it's like that whole team against whatever Rashad McCants is saying. Because remember, Rashad McCants, if I ain't mistaken, was the one that was like that came out and kind of blew the lid off of the whole we
Right.
ain't really going to classes and all that. But if you benefited from it, what you care?
Well, I watched a couple of it. I haven't been a fan of Rashad McCants since he left Carolina because of the bravado and stuff. And he's on these and I'll just leave it at this. He's on these Gil's Arena, and he's kind of, I think, man, fabricating a lot of his NBA how good he was in the NBA. I'm like, man, I don't remember all these things you're saying. From the NBA standpoint now, obviously he was a killer in high school and in college at Carolina, man, he was awesome for them. But man, just come at your teammates like that when they haven't apparently haven't done anything to kind of start anything with you, it's kind of something else. But it just seems like that relationship is really fractured there, boy.
This what I know. If Jake Paul can box Mike Tyson, then Raymond Felton can box Rashad McCants. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't gotta keep talking back and forth. Y'all ain't gotta
Yeah,
keep doing it. Set it up. Set it up, man. Set it up.
them dudes can't. Oh, they can't do that, man.
Don't see why
Listen,
not.
talking about the recruits and stuff for Carolina, man. Duke just got a 5-star too, a guy named Deron Rippey Jr., 5-star point guard, and they're supposed to have the number 1 recruiting class.
Mac, hey man, Mac is a Duke fan. I'm just putting it up there because he typed it, but he's a Duke fan. See,
Hey,
look, talking about I'm team McCants. Of course you are. Of course you
well,
team
all
McCants.
right. Yeah, man. Dude just act like he was Jordan out there in the NBA, man, or something. I saw one little clip where he was talking to DeMarcus Cousins, man. And DeMarcus Cousins was like, "You remember I played against you, right?"
It's like he forgets. It's like he
It's like
forgets.
you forget, man. DeMarcus, I played against you. I remember this stuff, but I'll leave it there. But
Yeah, man. Did you have anything before we jump into the HBCU section?
going to the NBA real quick. I think I mentioned to you the other day about JJ Redick and the Lakers, man. I'm not saying that I'm kind of talking about him the same way you were talking about Hubert Davis. I'm not saying that they are going to let him go, but I think it's clear that him and the GM of the Lakers should be questioned more about the coaching style and the players that are being assembled on that team. To me, watching them play, you can see it's validating a little bit more now than maybe it was early in the season that, no, that's crazy because Boogie never played against him in the league. He was out before Cousins came in. No, yes, he was, man. Boogie Cousins came into the league a couple years after McCants, like '07 or something, '08, I believe. It wasn't no long time before. But it's clear why the Mavericks, I think, wanted to move on from Luka. He's exhibiting some of those behaviors that they were talking about, not getting back on defense, complaining to the refs all the time when they don't call a foul for him, those kind of things, man. If the Lakers were going to get him, then they had to get some rim protectors, some guys that were exactly like Lively and the other guy for the Mavericks were, gosh, what was that guy?
Gafford.
Gafford. Yes, they got to get guys like that if they want to win with Luka. They should have known that, but they ain't get them, and they looking just old and slow out there now defensively, man. And JJ Redick, he talking all this noise. We was on TV about how he can, how he know what he's doing and all that stuff with the plumbers and the firemen and stuff. Hey, show us what you got, man. But right now it look like they're gonna be in the play-in, bro.
You think the Lakers gonna fall that far, man?
They already at number 6.
So you
So
think it's only downhill from here?
it's only down one more spot for them to have to do the play-in. So, they lost to the Suns the other day. They posed, the Suns don't have nobody, man. And they lost to them.
The Suns been pretty decent this year.
They have been pretty
Surprisingly,
decent.
they've been surprising. Look, they're better than my Hornets, so I can't say surprisingly decent. The Suns have been good. I can say they've been good.
They have been good because they're getting coached up. The Suns are getting coached up. They're supposed to be a number 10, 11, 12 seed in the West. They've gotten coached up to where they're number 7. The Lakers are not getting coached up, so I think they're gonna fall behind them and have to play in the play-in.
Is this gonna be a situation to where LeBron's gonna start being the coach? like they used to say he was on his other teams?
I mean, he been the coach, really. I mean, he the one got JJ the job. So, I mean, I will say, yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just that neither one of those players can play without the ball. DeAndre Ayton want to act like he's supposed to be a bigger part in the offense than his skill set says. He doesn't want to just be a dump. You know, they dump it to you, get a tip, or you get a couple of putbacks and stuff. He want them to throw it to him down in the post bed, and he ain't got no moves down there. I mean, define these roles on this team, man. You know, the only one that seems to really play their role is Vanderbilt as a good, defender and stuff. He the only defender they have. So I don't see them holding that 6th spot, man.
It'll be interesting to see. You know what I mean? Got a couple months left. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. One time for those Charlotte Hornets to see we moved up to number 9 in the East. Way to go. Way to go. Keep on.
Charlotte.
Keep stinging, fellas. Keep stinging. Keep stinging.
And I'm telling you, I mean, I know you like Knipple and he doing his thing, but man, I am like Brandon Miller a lot on that team, man. He looked like a fluent scorer on that team.
Hey, man, when healthy, I love all the guys. You know what I mean? I love all of them on there on the floor. That's Brandon Miller. All Brandon Miller's missing now is to be a solid two-way player, get better on that defensive end. All-star. Pure all-star. We got your boy Kobe. He hit 20 off the bench the other night. I think he's starting to embrace his role.
Need to thank us for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had that fire sale. We just said we don't want to be in the play-in no more. Let's go. We decide we want to tank too.
Yeah.
Let's get in the mix with that too.
No, we can't. We're not calling it tanking no more. Remember, it's they're lottery losing.
Okay,
yeah, lottery losing now. That's the politically correct way to say it. You know, no more tanking, just lottery losing.
We want to get into some of that, but yeah, we can move on to the HBCU front, man.
All right,
you got some stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, this is time of the show where we like to show love to those who show love to us, man. This is the HBCU section. See what news we got going on around the HBCU campuses and whatnot. One time for the North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University men's indoor track team. Repeat champions in the CAA. Oh, that's right. Yeah, two-time champions. Mm-hmm. What else we got? We got the Chicago HBCU Baseball Classic taking place May 2nd at Wrigley Field. The Prairie View A&M versus Alabama A&M. This is the first time that game will be held in that stadium. And if I'm not mistaken, that's where Jackie Robinson played his first, what did they say, his first integrated game or something like that. Or at least that's how they try to throw it in the story. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that ought to be
A&M.
There you go. Waiting on you to speak up. Where was I able to see? Congratulations to the Fayetteville State Broncos for winning the CIAA. That's the men. And, one time for the Rams of Winston-Salem State, women winning the women's CIAA tournament.
Well, you ain't really want to say that one.
I mean, it's just, it's a couple names that you just, don't say when you of a certain program, but congratulations to you, man. Y'all won, so you won. What else we got, man? What else we got? Chris Mosley receiving NFL attention, yeah. Congrats to Coach Brad Sherrod. He's going to be the new coach at Morehouse, taking over the football program. He's a former player and coach of Duke University. So, looking for great things on the football front at Morehouse College. A question I want to pose to you, sir. Are HBCU athletes being looked at like the great high school players now, as far as you play well at your HBCU, but you got to go to a Power 5 to get the real recognition that you're looking for to go to the league and to the combine and stuff like that? Like, say, if you're from a small town and you're really great on your high school basketball team, you're going to have to go to like Oak Hill or Sierra Canyon, insert this school's name like Greensboro Day or Providence Day or something like that to actually get the recognition you need to go to the next level. Is that how that's being looked at?
It seems that way, man, because you see a lot of them are going to another transferring with the portal to a Power 5 school, try to get some shine that way. I don't necessarily agree with that logic though. But the NIL portion of that equation is making that be a much more viable option. Because I know, like before NIL came out, I was talking to a guy. I remember this conversation a few years ago. This was before NIL was really it was about to start. It wasn't going on then. But I said to him, all good athletes should really look at, particularly if you are a good high school athlete, you should look at going to a HBCU just because everybody else want to go to the Power Five. You're going to shine a lot and be the man on the HBCU team versus going to one of the Power Fives. You might be just a guy and you won't stick out as much in that in the mix with all the other great players there. And they were like, man, no, you crazy. That's not a good move for anybody to do. I said, man, if everybody is going, you think you're a good football player, you think you're gonna go into Alabama and all the good players going there. So you're gonna be in the mix with them. I mean, if you good, I guess. But if you go here, you're going to have they might question your competition, but they won't be able to question your production. If you good like that, you're gonna have 1,800,000 yards probably in a season or something consistently. And they're going to draft you because they're going to come and look at it. But it seems, to answer your question, it does seem like that's a formula that a lot of guys are trying to implement, come here to kind of get your feet wet with college football and then go to another. If you don't make it and you don't get recruited by the good power four schools at first, then you can go here and get your game up so you can get your bread up. NIL and change the whole game with that. We might not even really be able to. We can't compete with a power four from that standpoint anyway. So these guys are going to go. What I was talking about was pre-NIL, but now that it's there, they're going to do that, man. I can't really blame them. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's okay. So some of it, I like to think that it's could I have succeeded at the next level situation for some of these athletes, like in the case of Jamar Taylor, who played 4 years at NC Central, then went to Virginia, led the ACC in rushing. What he said was he wanted to go and play another level of competition to see, to see if he really had it. Because he even said that the NIL thing, it wasn't really a factor in him leaving. It was more so, could I make it at this next level? Because he explained how he loved, doing the 4 years there where he had to actually gain his way into being a starter. Because he was like, it was like 8 running backs when I was there. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to wait my turn situation. There's that. As far as that NIL money, like, yeah, you ain't competing with that at all. I'm not against it. And the reason I'm going to say I'm not against it is because it's an option. If it's an option for you, then take the option. Everybody doesn't have that option. Some people are just going to have to be wherever they are. And that's whether it be a HBCU, that's whether it's a D3, that's whether it's a D2. Some people's talent level is just made for where they are. You know what I mean? So if you got a shot at playing at the highest level and you just want to see if you can do it, man, hey, why not?
Well, it depends on what, in my opinion, to use your guy as an example, he led the ACC in rushing. Is he looked at? He's probably going to get a shot in the NFL. Was he being looked at before when he was at Central? Was he going to get a shot then? If he wasn't, then it was a good move. I think it was something that you got to gauge these things before. If you're sticking out in a positive way, like, I don't know, you're dominating like you got 2,000 yards against everybody, then you have a shot regardless of where you playing at, I think. But, if he wasn't and he went to UVA and did this, he kind of bet on himself. And, hey, you can't get mad at nobody for betting on himself and winning. So that's kind of where I am at with it too.
Because, like, to speak to the point where you're saying if you're just good, they'll find you. Tariq Cohen, when he was leading the MEAC in rushing, they found him. But But that's an example that's easy for me to bring up. But also there was no NIL situation, so that's the case to where he was there because he just, I don't want to say had to, because I mean he probably could have transferred and all that, but the NIL situation wasn't being
Yeah,
dangled out there.
he probably would have left if it was. And that's why I was saying what I was saying earlier, pre NIL. You know, if you gonna go against the grain, man, and you good, you are gonna look even better because your stats were going to be astronomical. They're going to have to acknowledge, hey man, you see this guy down here at NCAA got all these punt returns and all these yards. Man, go look at that guy. You see this guy over here, Alabama A&M, man, killing the game, quarterback passing for 5,000 yards in 10 games. Go and see what's up with that guy.
Good God Almighty!
If you're doing it like that, they're going to, well, Steve McNair was almost like that. I mean, I think he might have done that in a season for Alcorn. So if that's what your production looks like, they are going to look at you regardless of where you are. But again, that's old school. NIL, man, you change the whole game.
That's what's up, man. I just know, well, the HBCUs, you know the game that you're playing now, so you know the rules. So now we just got to get out here and, get the bread up. As simple as that. We got to get the bread up. Did you have anything in the HBCU section, man?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to shout out Lavelle Moulton from Central, man. I saw a little story on an interview that he did, and he was talking about, everybody knows how long he's been at Central. And he was talking about he got offered by a major college, $1.5 million job or something, to leave Central. But he was talking about how he went and recruited a player, and he was sitting down with his mother, and he was telling his mother that he was going to be there for that kid all 4 years that he played for Central. And he said that the kid was in his third year at Central when he got offered this job. Lavelle said that he would not be able to sit well with leaving that player when he made that kind of commitment to his mother. So he turned the job down. And, man, I thought that was a commendable thing. I don't know how many people would have done that. And clearly that's probably one of many times where he's probably gotten offered something like that, because he's been a good coach for Central for years and years. So I just want to shout him out, because clearly that brother is committed to that school. He's done a good job there. They won many MEAC championships. And I just wanted to bring that story to the forefront and shout him out. I saw another thing too about HBCU football coach. They're trying to get a lot of celebrity coaches. Marshall Faulk is the latest one to go to Southern. They were interviewing a guy. He used to coach Grambling. His name was Broderick. Oh, gosh, his last name escapes me. But he's a assistant coach at South Alabama now. They were talking about how, some of the celebrity guys that are coming in, many of them are some of them are doing well, some of them are not. And that how they may be, because they want to get the quick name recognition, sometimes some good coaches that are on the teams already, some good assistants that could do well in that position are getting overlooked. And, kind of like TC Taylor, the coach at Jackson State, he was under Deion Sanders, but since Deion has left, he's come in there. He's done better than Deion at Jackson State. The chip he's won at a higher clip than even what Deion was doing. So I think that all universities need to look holistically at their entire coaching staff and don't just jump to the guy who may have the NFL pedigree or NFL name, because sometimes that may work, sometimes it may not. And you may have another guy on your staff that is primed and ready to really lead your program to the next level.
I agree. Start in-house first before you go outside to try to find somebody to fill that position. I totally agree.
Just see what you got, man. I ain't saying don't do it, because, those guys like Eddie George and Marshall Faulk, Deion Sanders, they do bring a lot of interest. They bring that cachet and all of that to the job and to the school. They bring a lot of revenue, so that's a big deal for these universities. But then at the end of the day, it does come down to winning, and you might have somebody already primed and ready to help you win.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
Okay.
all I got, though.
All right. We're going to introduce this new segment, man. This is the MVP and MOP of the week. MVP being the most viral player, somebody that you should know about if you didn't know about him throughout the week, and the most outrageous player or play, depending on what we found. So my MVP being the most viral player is going to be Mr. LeBaron Felton Jr. out of Alabama. In the last 6 minutes of the game against Tennessee, he outscored Tennessee 13-8 himself, along with hitting pretty much the go-ahead basket with 22.8 seconds left to seal the victory. He came out second. He had 15 of his 23 points in the second half on the road in a hostile environment and pulled off what I consider the upset because it was a home game for Tennessee, and they pretty much had the game in the bag. It was their game to lose, and what do you know? They lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got for your MVP, your most viral player this week?
Well, me, I will say, this is not I guess it's definitely somebody people know, man. But I think I'm gonna say SGA. SGA came back being hurt for the last couple of weeks, and he came back like he was never even hurt against. I think they were playing Denver. I believe they were playing Denver, and he came back with 36 points, nine assists. Man, like this guy came in like he didn't miss a beat. So I'm just gonna put him up in there and say he's the MVP for me.
Okay. Then for the MOP, most outrageous player, same team, same game. Lu Dort. Don't know what Lu Dort was thinking. When he pulled that dirty play on Jokic. Let me see if I can't find it real quick, just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Lu, I didn't know Lu was out here playing dirty like that, man.
Yeah, he kind of been doing it.
Yeah, I had read, well, when I tried to pull up the clip, all it said, it was like Lu Dort dirty plays. Like, oh, so it's a lot of them?
Yeah.
Hey.
I just told you that.
Yeah, all right.
Come on.
Yeah, don't know what Lu was thinking, man. One more time. Boom. Just for no reason. And then what made it even stupider, Lu gonna throw his hands up like, what you call the foul on me for?
Yeah, like y'all saw that? Oh, come on, man. He pulling Isaiah Stewart, ain't he?
Man, Beef Stew Jr. You got a most outrageous player this week?
Well, you know what, man? I can't think of one off the top of my head. It's a new segment. I'm gonna have to come with something next week.
No problem. Oh, an honorable mention for most viral player, just cause he's a Charlotte Hornet and he's still doing his thing. Man, Con Knipple, most 3-pointers made by a rookie. You know what I mean? One time for Con Air or King Con, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I look forward to seeing him play in the playoffs this season.
You think he gonna win Rookie of the Year? Or who you think gonna win?
Right now, I think he's number one right now. There's still a lot of season left, so I ain't gonna jinx the man. Still a lot of season left.
Cause I ain't been hearing much about it. Cooper Flag is playing well, but and he's not doing as well as Con, I think.
Well, I'm gonna say what he's doing isn't translating to W's because he doesn't have the support around him. Cooper Flag still doing his thing. Great player, just on the losing end of things for the majority of the season so far. Nobody planned on Con playing as well. Nobody planned on us gelling and playing as well either. So all I can say to that is y'all gonna have a hard time peeling Cooper Flag name off that trophy, but peel it off. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told you to go ahead and have it put up with his name on it anyway. Yeah,
Con Knipple definitely making a splash, man. And I'm looking at some highlights from when the Knicks playing the Knicks and the Rockets from I guess that was a couple of days ago, and I just can't get over how bad the Rockets need a point guard, man. My God.
They got Holiday. They got Holiday now.
Ooh.
They got Wyndham Holidays playing for him.
Well, okay. All right. Well, I ain't seen that.
Yeah. Cause Wyndham Holidays is playing because I saw him when they played the Heat.
Well, they need to get him some more minutes, man, because they need a point guard to help them a lot. If the game is close, the Rockets gonna lose because of that.
Yeah. And to speak on the Knicks, man, they handled them Spurs pretty well today.
They did. They blew them out. Yeah.
Hey man, it's gonna be a fun NBA playoffs this season. I think it's gonna be real exciting. The door's still wide open. I know
agree.
OKC is definitely still the favorite, but that door's gonna be wide open, man.
I agree. The Knicks better hope that they play anybody else but Detroit. They could win.
That and whatever got Cat Towns angry right now, keep telling them that, cause he's formidable.
He been balling, but
Yeah.
we'll have to see. As long as he'll make a dumb play in a minute though. How many times you seen him get 3 fouls in the first quarter?
Hey man, a lot of basketball left. It's a lot of basketball left.
We'll see, but yeah, the Knicks played well today. They put it on the Spurs today, and I like their team if they play the right way.
And we'll see. And I look forward to the rest of the season, as do I look forward to another episode. Final words.
Well, again, y'all just keep tuning in, man. I appreciate again everybody kind of getting involved in the chat, getting more and more viewer involvement each week. So I certainly appreciate that. Just keep looking forward. I keep looking forward to the channel and the show continuing to grow. I appreciate that.
Already. It's almost that time, y'all. Next week, people who don't care nothing about basketball, fill out your brackets, man. It's coming next Sunday. Next Sunday. We're going to get on here and talk about it. So as always, man, y'all be kind. Y'all be careful whenever you go outside. Take God with you. We'll see y'all next time, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Peace. Cut the check.